recognize and celebrate Mr. Tulsi and his family, and of course the extended family, the employees of this company. I'll ask Tulsi and his family to stand and for us to give them a resounding round of applause. And of course the extended members of the family, the employees, please stand so we can recognize you and applaud you. Very good. Excellent, excellent. You know, last evening I received a number of calls from around the country. Thank you, Mr. President. With all the rain, we did not flood. Very rare call, right? Then I received a call from Cummings Lodge area. It's the first time we had such intensity of rain and the main drain is empty and the place is dry. Maybe they were looking for me to say that some miracle has occurred. But it is that quiet, continuous investment and hard work that is revealing itself day by day in this country, and that is what you celebrate here today also. I'm sure many people drove past, and I'll come back to that subject in a few minutes. Many people have drove past this facility when it started and asked what that madman is doing there. So close to the city fence, what really is he doing? You know, because as Guyanese, we always commence our thinking process with a very negative connotation. But every single day, I'm seeing the private sector, this government, and ordinary Guyanese demonstrating that that type of thinking is far behind us, and it is only positivity that is taking us forward on this journey to prosperity. And it brings me back to the initial point I made. So everybody saw this strange looking building at Liliendal that is a pump station that Tulsi has something to do with also because he was the contractor there. Many people do not even know that there is an underground tunnel that went under that road out beyond the city fence system that takes the water out. More importantly, you do not know that a local contractor did this. And it is because of that investment and the many others across the country like that, that we have seen the type of improvement in the drainage system that we witness in this most recent rainfall period. And then today we are here in what may seem a very simple ceremony. But let's start with what we're witnessing here. This is not only technology transfer, this is the most cutting edge and latest technology that we are applying here in Guyana in less than a decade of operations in the oil and gas sector and ultra deep water operations. What we are witnessing here took many with greater capability and capacity 30 plus years to achieve. 30 plus years to achieve. We don't celebrate these things, but that is what we're celebrating here today. And what we're witnessing here is an investment and a series of investment taking place in our economy that is not going to take us on a plateau of development. It is going to take us on a steep rise long into the future. Why? These investments are geared towards our ultra-deep operations. Everything that will happen in this region, you hear Jamaica speaking about exploration, what is happening in Suriname, who in the region has that inbuilt capacity and capability now to take the lead? It's not Trinidad and Tobago. It is Guyana who is developing that capability and capacity for deep and ultra-deep operation. And that did not happen by accident. My dear friend, and I'm very happy that our international partners mentioned it, the role of the local content legislation in accelerating these type of investment and support and partnership. Because the role of the local content legislation is not to shut out international partner, but it is to accelerate the growth of partnership so that we can shorten the distance of time for technology transfer, knowledge transfer, and capability transfer. And then you go to the second policy of educational institutions. Institutions that are delivering healthcare services and education services. When we spoke about world-class education and healthcare, it was not only world-class education and healthcare for medical science, dentistry, pharmacy, economics, engineering. It was for these technical skills also that are so critically needed in the trajectory of the country's development. That is why these facilities that are education in nature have zero corporate tax. Because there was the deep understanding from a policy perspective that for us to have the investment in this knowledge transfer, we have to incentivize the system. Take it a step further as we move forward in the next 5 years. We now must be able to build in the system incentives for countries that are going to invest in innovation, technology, and the high-skilled areas that will bring higher-paying jobs and create higher-paying opportunities. That is the next phase. And Tulsi and this company is positioning itself well. Whilst he's celebrating one accomplishment here tomorrow, we are discussing by next week when he's going to launch his next project, which is a 115-room hotel resort facility. That tells you about the speed at which things is happening in our country. And it's not by accident. It is by sound policy making. It's about the formulation of policies that are linked to development priorities, that are linked to the advancement of the country, not in a single barrel method, but understanding what is meant truly by diversification and what is meant by investment to create a diversified portfolio of growth, development, and prosperity. And that is what we are witnessing here today. So I start by congratulating you, Tulsi, your team, your family, your workers, for this extraordinary idea that blossomed into a vision and became a reality. If you look at successful businesses, they have an evolution. And I see Tulsi here, Brian, I don't see Courtney here. These are some of the oldest contractors in the country. But if you look at how success is marked, it is marked by how your business evolves, how your growth trajectory evolves. Not moving away from your core, but building upon the core, keeping in line with the economic transformation, keeping in line with the national transformative agenda. Of course, you have Tandai and Thomas here also. And they will tell you that we now are working from the policy arena to build a modern legislative and administrative framework in the maritime landscape to support these investments, not for today. The mandate to them is not to develop laws for today, but to develop these laws and administrative mechanism for 30, 40 years ahead of our time. Because we are not in this just to launch and open these facilities. We are in this to be a major competitor globally. And wherever the opportunities are, I want Guyanese companies to be competing for these opportunities, whether in Europe, whether in the Western Hemisphere, wherever they are. We are building the most skilled human capital that will go after every global opportunity. We are not building a local operation. We are building local companies with the best international partners to go after every world-class opportunity. Watch out for Guyana. We are coming after every opportunity. And we are not boastful about it. We are humble in the way we are approaching it. But we are not shy about it. We are not shy about it. We are part of CARICOM. And if we have this capability, then our Jamaican brothers and sisters will have to give us the opportunity. Our brothers and sisters in Suriname would have to give us the opportunity. That is how we will build an economy that is forward-looking but global in its outlook. And that is what is driving this whole thinking process. And that is why we have so many persons embracing the policies and programs and philosophy of our regional chairman in Region 4, for example. Because every young Guyanese want to embrace a philosophy that is good for Guyana. A philosophy that is good for Guyana. And I can look at every single one of you in the face and say, we believe that together we have a program that is good for Guyana. A program that would enable opportunities for us here in Guyana. We don't come on a fanciful train with pomp and ceremony, celebrating these things. Very quietly, hard, grinding, grueling work consistently every day is what is leading to these results that we're achieving. And make no mistake, our friend said something very important. This investment was made without the promise of a contract or a contract on hand. This investment was made, what he did not go on to say, was made because of the confidence in the system, because of the confidence in the economy, because of the confidence in the policies. No investor or investment would come into any economy where there is no confidence, where there is no trust, where there is no vision and sustainability in the policy-making matrix. None would come. All of this is because people understand that Guyana is a safe destination for their investment. Guyana is a safe destination for their investment. And that is why in the coming years we have said very clearly that we are going to establish a funding mechanism to build prosperity in every layer in the society. For the small and medium-sized enterprises, we're going to create a development banking institution to support their capital, especially in areas of transformation, innovation, and technology. We are already talking to the best in agriculture. Bloomberg Grains. I've asked the Minister of Agriculture now to work with the Kingdom of Norway to see how we can go offshore for salmon production, getting the certification for produce to enter every single market. That is not work you see on the front page of every paper, or unfortunately on the click of every TikTok. But that is the hard work that goes on every single day. It's easy to just pick up a phone and post. But that's not the work. That's not the work. So my friends, I'm delighted to be here this afternoon for this launch, the launch of Orinduik Marine Services, Inc. And I will tell you why. I see this launch as more than simply another investment in Guyana's development. I see it as something more profound. We are witnessing the evolving of a new chapter in the economic story of this great country of ours. We are in a decisive moment in our journey. From being traditionally an exporter of commodities to becoming a nation of high value, high skill, and high ambition. And therefore, this investment today is not just another business being launched. This is a signal that Guyana is not standing still. We are on the move. We are rising. We all know that oil and gas are extractive industries by nature. They pull from the earth's deep reserves and convert that raw material into profit, power, and possibility. But if we focus only on what is extracted, if we count only the barrels, the royalties, and the revenues, then we miss the bigger picture. We miss the real opportunities. Because the true value of oil and gas is not only what comes out of the seabed, it is what we do with it above ground. And what we are seeing today is exactly that. We are seeing the emergence of a high-tech, high-skill, knowledge-driven ecosystem that will stretch far beyond the lifespan of the wells. Today's launch is an example that we are not just drilling for oil, we are mining our destiny. Orinduik Marine Services is here to provide cutting-edge marine support to the offshore energy sector. But in doing so, it is providing something far greater. It is offering an entry point for Guyanese to master marine technology, to build careers in a frontier industry, and to integrate into global supply chains. These are the real dividends of oil. Dividends that cannot be stolen, cannot be smuggled, and cannot be sold. These are dividends that live in the skills of our people. And skills, my friends, are the currency of the modern economy. My dear brother Norman McLean, Brother Masood, will tell you, for those of you who are interested in matters of faith, that the investment you make in educating someone, or any investment you make in education, that you will benefit from that investment as long as that person lives, that blessing is also transferred onto you. So, Brother Tulsi, you're also building your mansion in the other land. This is how we measure our progress, not just in GDP and revenue, but in skills acquired, technologies observed, and industries categorized. Guyana is already benefiting from a cascade of technology and skills transfer through this sector, whether it be in subsea engineering, health and safety compliance, fabrication yards, waste disposal services, marine services, or digital mapping. The oil and gas sector has become a diversified, well-built sector for a new generation of Guyanese. Technocrats, engineers, analysts, logistics specialists are being born. The tide has turned and is bringing in more than just crude oil. It is bringing in capacity, competency, and confidence. From Port Georgetown to Breeden Hoop, from the new fabrication facilities on the West Bank to the trading partnerships now flourishing between local and international firms, to the gas and energy hub in Wales, to fabrication centers on the East Coast, to warehouse on the East Bank, we are seeing the architecture of a modern Guyanese economy being built. This is the real Guyana rising. Yes, we celebrate the jobs. Yes, we welcome the investment. But more importantly, we must champion the transfer of know-how, the access to innovation, and the transformation of our workforce. Because when this sector is gone, and that is long from now, and one day, a very long time from now, it will be transitioning to another era of growth, we must have more to show than spent wells and emptied accounts. We must have a people who can build, design, operate, and innovate on land, sea, and in the digital sky. This is the path to sovereignty. This is the road to resilience. And that is the real reason why we welcome Orinduik Marine Services, Inc. today. You see, we are not passive participants in this sector. We are shaping it. We are claiming it. We are owning it. We are not building a mono economy, one that revolves around oil. No, we are building a diversified, resilient, intelligent, and inclusive economy. One where there is revenue from oil fuels, one where there is revenue from oil, fuels transformation in agriculture, in tourism, in ICT, in transport, in education, and one where the ecosystem around oil, the services, the skills, the supplies, create lasting prosperity. That is why I say, look beyond the rig, look at the ripple. When you see Orinduik Marine Services, you are seeing more than a marine logistics company. You are seeing a skills platform. You are seeing young Guyanese learning how to operate dynamic positioning system. You're seeing training in offshore safety, navigation and inspection protocols. You're seeing a classroom on the waves. You're also seeing local content come to life, not as a slogan, but as a strategy. You're seeing Guyanese businesses, workers, and professionals taking their rightful place in the value chain. And you're seeing the power of partnerships between global expertise and local excellence. This is how we grow together. So I say to every young Guyanese out there, this is your time. This is your moment to prepare, to train, to dream, and to rise. The doors are opening. You must walk through them. Whether it's in marine logistics, fabrication, data science, civil engineering, or environmental protection, you are the architects of Guyana's next economy. Let me be even clearer. We are not only creating jobs, we are creating the future. This is why it is critical that we do not lose momentum. We're in full takeoff mode, and now is not the time to look down or go backwards. Now is not the time for hesitation or doubt. Now is the time of execution, acceleration, and transformation. Now is the time to stay the course with the People's Progressive Party Civic. And I'm not shy about it. I am not shy about it. You know, in boxing you say pound for pound. In government you say policy for policy. We cannot squander this moment by counting barrels only. We must count engineers trained, welders certified, coders employed, and entrepreneurs funded. We must count the hidden value, the human capital. The long game is what we are playing. Because when the oil stops flowing, the question will be, did we use it to build a nation, or did we just spend it? A lot of people are talking during the election season. Ask yourself this very important question of what they're telling the population, because it will be asked of us one day. Did we use this revenue to build a nation, or did we just spend it? And I believe that with every fiber of my being, that we are building. And I believe that the people of this country, when given the chance and the tools, will not just rise, they will fly, they will soar to the highest grounds. So let us celebrate this new investment, not with complacency, but with clarity and commitment. Let us welcome Orinduik Marine Services, Inc. as a partner in progress, a builder of skills, and a bridge to the future. Let us tell the world that Guyana is not just rich in oil, it is rich in talent, in potential, in purpose, in vision, in idea, in clarity, rich in every aspect of a holistic ecosystem to support resilience, sustainability, and prosperity. And that wealth will not lie buried on the ground. It will stand tall in every ship guided safely to our shores, in every youth trained in modern marine systems, in every business integrated into the supply chain. This is our moment. This is our momentum. This is our mission. We are not a rentier state. No, we are not. We are not spectators. We are the protagonists of our prosperity. So let us push forward. Let us build boldly. Let us think generationally. Because while the seas may be rough, our ship is steady. The horizon is vast, but our compass is clear. And the wind is finally at our backs. We are moving forward. Let us, in moving forward, recall the lyrics of one of our national songs, Hymn for Guyana's Children. But not in vain we'll strive to build a new Guyana, great and free, a land of glory and of hope, a land of love and unity. Thank you. May God bless Orinduik Marine Services, Inc. And may God continue to bless the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. May God bless all of you. We shall rise together. We shall win together. We shall build together. We shall succeed together. All of Guyana, every single one of our Guyanese family, you are welcome on this national train of development. You are welcome to be part of an embracing, all-inclusive future. You know, coalition by power talks is negotiation of power. Building policies for national unity and inclusive prosperity is real unity. God bless you.